Hi, this is Manuel from AA. See you in church. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also put that little hand up to let them know that you've watched the video and you liked it. Anyway, I decided to talk about different companies that I purchase from, which I started recently purchasing from Wish. I know a lot of people like Wish, and I decided to show some of the things I got. I got this little ring. It's really cute. It says Coca-Cola, and it's got all colors on it. A lot of people seem to like it. But first, I got this one. I saw it in um, a video on YouTube, and they show it doing all these different things. It doesn't do those things. You have to buy an app. You have to have actually a iPhone 8 and up to work it. And then it really doesn't do exactly what they say. So it's sort of useless, but I like the way it looks. Then I bought this. I know it's goofy, but I thought it was cute and it worked. It looks almost like the backpack that I'm using. And it's funny. So I got it. I knew what size it was. How fun. And then I purchased this. It's supposed to be, uh, well, this one's a corrector. So I was supposed to be getting the other. And I got this so when I could clean the brushes, after I use them, and that way if I wanted to, I didn't have to have 1,000 brushes. It looks like this out of the packaging, and you just take your brush and you swirl it on this mesh, which you can buy this mesh without getting this, and just do the same thing with it. A lot of people were telling me that if this was to go bad, I could just go buy that and put it in here, cut it round and put it in. And I was like, oh. But there's some that have a little white button there, and they said that's to help clean, which I have no idea how that's going to do that, but it's supposed to clean the cream cosmetics makeup out of the brush, which to me it just looked like a little crystal, but you know, what do I know? I don't have one of those. And then I got this, which it's supposedly lipstick. And I was like, lipstick? It's because my friend, she buys expensive lipstick. And what she does is after she uses her lips, she doesn't use her lipstick on her lips. She gets a brush and she paints it with a brush on her lips. And that's how she prefers to put it on. I don't know what's going on. It just doesn't want to come out of the box. I'll just... Oh, here it is coming out. It looks just like its counterpart. For some reason, the counterpart didn't come in a box. But here it is. Comes in that box. Oops. And its protector. And then it comes like this. And you got all these different colors. I hope you can see that. And you can put these on your lips. You can mix them around if you want to change the color a little. Comes with this. And there you go. Comes like that, and it looks just like this. It has a counterpart, which I was surprised it didn't come in a box. But that one did melt. I live in Arizona, and in Arizona it is hot. I hear people complaining in California, oh my goodness, I'm burning up and everything. And I'm not saying they're not, because they're used to their environment, but yep, it's hot here. We're already scolding. I was supposed to walk today, but I didn't. I decided to do this. I woke up late instead. So I did this instead. I said, oh, I haven't recorded for a little bit, and let me record. This is what I expected the lipsticks to come looking, all melted like this. This one didn't come in a box. I was surprised. And it comes, this is supposed to be, you know, your blush and everything like that. That's why I was surprised it didn't come in a box. And it's got the same texture as the lipsticks. And it's got its corrector colors on there. And I was surprised it came looking like that. Well, I wasn't surprised, to be honest. It was taking too long to come, and I was like, okay, well, it's going to come melted. And then I thought it was going to be bigger. This came, and it's really pretty. I liked it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. This is coming really nice. And I thought, okay, I'll show everybody this. And it doesn't come with a mirror. And you're getting all these colors. You know, also a little brush. This is a more of a foam brush, but these are eyeshadows. Hoping you're getting all the colors. It has a lot of colors in it too. Real pretty. I'm not going to swatch them. But as you can see, you got different colors you can go for. And it came, oops. And it came looking like this. And I thought that was really cute, and that's the reason I got it, because it was really cute. But it's got some pigment from what I can see. And you can see it, there's a lot of pigment in some of it. And the shiny colors, you can see them. Where it was the purple right there is sort of light. But a lot of people I'm finding like to work the color. And I was like, why are you so determined to work it? But then I guessed, yeah, what they want to do is have something that's blendable. So it's good to understand what they want. And I got this. It's really pretty. From Wish. I think it's really pretty. Keeping them like this because I want to keep them good. And I also got this one. I like this one. I like that one too, but this one is my color. I love me some red. I just do. I just love red, and it's beautiful. And all of these items have been like $1 on Wish. And I got this one. It's a foundation brush. Got that other foundation brush. I see it and it feels so soft, but see, it has that little. Let me see if I can get the camera to show it. It's got that little hole in the middle, and with it having that little hole in the middle, it can be filled with the foundation, and you can dot your face and it'll stay within the center of the brush. That way you can evenly use the outer part to help blend it. Anyway, I found these, and every time they show one that's big and fluffy. Well, this is it. Then they show one that's not big and fluffy, and this is it. They come like this brush, and then when you take it out, and after you've cleaned it, which I've already have, it gets out a little bigger. But I've been putting it back in its bag. Well, I put it back in its bag because I wanted to show you what it comes in looking like. And then, there you go. They blow out, oops, like that. And then there's a brush set that it's a tiny brushes. They're small, but they'll do the job because it makes a good eye for your eyes, a nice eye brush. But your foundation brushes, I don't know if that's supposed to be the right size. I don't know. It'll work if you need it for foundation. I got like these two little sets, like I was trying to show. The brush is tiny, and I don't know what I would use them for. I guess it's a little stiffer. Those there's a YouTuber that talks about foundation, and he's a young man from the UK, and he shows all these different brushes and everything, and he put out his own set of brushes, and they're very, very expensive. I don't foresee myself spending that kind of money for brushes, to be honest. Maybe later. Still looking for a job, which today is hard. And I think it's because of my age. I took time off to take care of my mom before she passed on, and which I guess you guys are tired of hearing that because I talk about that all the time. But to me, she was the most important thing, so I took the time off to take care of her. I saw people putting their mothers and fathers into old folks' homes, and I'm not saying those old folks' homes didn't take care of them. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that is within 2 to 3 years, they were all dead. And within more than 10 years, my mom was still alive. So, you put it together. You add it up and see what you get. For me, I put my life aside. I actually released all my friends too. A lot of people were saying, you should put her in an old folks home, blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, when your family, I understood their family. When your family, and I shouldn't be so mean or abrupt, but I said, when your family needs to go into a old folks home, then you put your family in old folks home. My mom, I'm going to keep her with me as long as I can. I'll take care of her. So I did. I put my life aside. They bugged and bugged and bugged. Come on, not to put her in a. Well, they did actually, but I didn't listen. Let's just put it that way. And I took care of my mom, and I got more than 10 years to be with her and get to really know her. I already knew a lot of secrets about her life. And then when I got to really know her, I learned a lot of awful secrets of her past and the torture and horribleness that went on in her life. And I felt bad for her. And she forgave. And I know why she forgave, because of our Lord Jesus. But for me, I would have done exactly what I've done. When I had a horrible, horrible family member, and that was because they became family through marriage, um, a lot of drama went on, a lot of hate went on. And myself, I just stayed out of it. I pushed them off to the side and made it very, very clear. If you're going to be playing these games, I'm not playing these games. I'm not interested in that. And they didn't explain. It's not their business. But our Lord didn't tell me to go play games. I already had my drama. And the Lord told me to shut the hell up and live my life. And literally told me to shut the hell up. I was praying, praying, praying because I wanted to fit in. I was a triangle trying to fit in a round hole. And you're not going to. Only if you're small. And then you still don't really fit. So I finally got told to shut the hell up. A friend heard it too. And we looked around and there's no speakers. Where did that loud sound come from? So I took it and I started living my life, which just wasn't like I wasn't living my life. I was just pretending to fit in, and it's sort of horrible if for me the way I think, because I've always lived my life, blah blah blah. And then with this going on and me trying to fit in to something which I've never been a fitter inner. I've always been who I am. And even though I was trying to fit in that box, I was still who I was. Um, Blunt and honest. So there I am trying to fit in this little box, and God, that's how I took it, told me to shut the hell up. So then I did. I stopped praying to become regular like everybody else. I prayed for other people. I'm not praying for myself really that much. I pray for him to take care of me, keep me safe, and my roommate. This is his beautiful home, and he's been great. And I buy Wish products like this one, like it's really nice, which I'm gonna finally find out if that really works. Those the buffing and making it look flawless. When I was younger, I was flawless. I fit into every. Actually, I didn't. I was never tried to fit in. That was sort of, I guess, my fault. But I am who I am, and I didn't try to be other people. I wasn't trying to look like other people. I wasn't trying to act like other people. I was just being me. It's just like when a friend of mine goes over and says, "Mayo, what is your denomination?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "Well, your church." And I said, "Well, I'm Catholic." And they go and they say, how can you be Catholic when blah blah blah?" I said, "You know what? There's lots of evil in every single religion. Just evil, evil, evil." And the way I've always saw it is you go to church is like a school. You're forced to go to school until high school. And then you go to college if you want to or not. It's really useless, to be honest. Um, you do learn stuff, like my fashion illustration. I took that and I learned a lot through that. Um, my life drawing, which was great. I learned a lot through that. I loved that class. But they always brought these horrible looking people in and we had to draw them. They would take off their clothes and I would be like, I don't want to see this person naked. And one guy came in, his bottom part of him was white, 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 like ashy white, like he had just come up through a fire. And then the top part was clay red. And I was like, are we doing this in black and white? Or are we doing this in color? And she goes, we're doing it black and white. And I said, okay. And so then I did it. It was easier because otherwise I had colored pencils and I had color chalk. I had everything I needed. And one day my teacher came over and she goes, "Manuel, do you mind if I sit and draw with you? But I'm going to be using your products." I said, "Go ahead. We're having fun." And it was each person like had a different area. And I used to always sit with a young man that was in a wheelchair and he only had a little bit of movement. So he rode his chair around and then he did this beautiful, I mean, beautiful sketching. I just loved to watch him sketch and drew too. We were both watching each other because we both had different ways to approach the art. And anyway, um, we learned by living and being who we were. My mom always told me, um, what color did you want to pair of pants? I had get some denim pants, and my mom said, "Go pick a pair of pants." Here I come like a retard, and I bring purple pants. And are you asking to get your butt kicked? Now I think and I think about the back, and it's just so stupid, I think. But there I go get those. And if I was a child now, I would go to the Guess app, I mean the Wish app, and I would wish for stuff like this or the light purple pants. They were really light. It was more like someone would tell me it's fuchsia or whatever. But there I would order them. I went and I wore them. I wore them to kindergarten. There I went to kindergarten, and my friend at that time, I made one good friend. I wasn't. I don't understand why I wasn't with my friend, my neighbor, in that class, but she wasn't there. I had this stern teacher, and she used crutches. And I had a friend. Me and him, we would go lay in a corner over there and would just lay there and took our naps at nap time. And one day, that teacher says, "Why do you and so go lay in that corner?" I said, "You always put us right next to that person over there, and that person will go to sleep and he'll kick us. And I don't think he's asleep. I think he's just kicking us." And she started looking and thinking, and she goes, "Yeah, I do, don't I?" And she goes, "Well, I just wondered why you guys went and slept over there. And I would go tap you, and you guys would always help me go put out the milks and everything." She goes, "Oh, well, that's why you do that." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Every if I end up on that side, he kicks me, and if he ends up on that side, he kicks him." I said, "I don't get that, but we go over there because nobody's claimed that spot, and it's safer." And we laughed, and she she was actually a kind woman. It's just that she was stern. She wanted to put into us um, a beginning of learning. Anyway, they tested us. They had these stupid tests every year. Test. Everybody always says cup to spoon. I always said cup to saucer. So one day they pulled me into a room and they asked me the questions about what was going on. And I didn't know what they wanted. It's just so crazy. But anyway, I've always been different. So here I am, of course, being different again. This isn't an wish, but I've always got expensive products. Like this is semi expensive. Their branding is cruelty free and everything. This is Avita. And everything that I got supposedly is cruelty free. It's synthetic hair and everything. And I've always been that way. The products, even these little sponges, which are four and they come in this goofy little thing. But, you know, we are who we are. And I like Wish. Everything I've gotten from Wish, I've happy except for these brushes. I'm not sure that this I would have gotten them if I knew they were this small. But they're soft, interesting. I'll try them out, see how I like them. You might see me do a tutorial here. I still have to get some other products to do it. But why don't you subscribe to my channel, come back, see what else I get from Wish. I've gotten other stuff from Amazon, some really cool. I already showed those brushes, and I got one of those spinner cleaners so that I can clean them quickly instead of using this. I'll clean them, and that's it. The solution, you're not supposed to be changing it like everybody else says. There's a video that has it showing it the right way to do it. And anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about was Wish. You could either go through the app, which I have the app, and you can go through the other, and they're great pricing. And sometimes they even have this weird thing where you get the product for a certain price and then they charge you hardly anything for the shipping. I did that one day and I got some really nice items. I think it was this and some of the brushes and a few other thing cases, and they weren't that expensive. So why don't you go to Wish, see if there's anything you'd like to try, and you can let me know what you got at Wish and how did you like it. So far, I've liked everything I've gotten. I can't remember anything that I was unhappy with except for this, but I like the way it looks. It has a real pretty ring look, and it's something to wear. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel, put that little high hand up, and leave a message letting me know how you like the Wish app and everything. And remember, AA, I'll see you in church.